Yeah, that'll do. Oops, forgot my gloves. Rightio. Hey Thunderbird 6. I remember you chatting to me in email, that's right. Can't remember what it was now. Something. I've forgotten. Alrighty, Sunday evening when I should be relaxing playing Diablo. That was a brain then. I sort of was going to say Dota and Diablo, and I was going Diota. Yeah, I should create a game called Diota. Hey David, James, Boris, APL, Nuno, 101 Mark Harris, hello. Lodem, okay, Gary, Sutterbridge, Jim, Ed, alrighty, and of course Paul to make sure I put everything the right way around. Right way around. Okay, so this is a main board out of a HP all-in-one 20 that you can't see. Yep, pain in the posterior, all-in-one systems. Yeah, they're not too bad. It was only in to get a clean-up and migrate to a solid-state drive. That was a pretty normal sort of job. But unfortunately, I don't know whether it was my fault or just bad luck. Often is the bad luck. A little piece of plastic broke off the motherboard, and it just happens to be the on-off button, which is soldered onto this damn mainboard. So we're gonna have to try and fix that. Yeah, well. Hey RTC, how's it going? So anyway, I mean, what you gonna do? You can't exactly give it back to the customer like this. Yeah, it looks like a standard surface mount switch jobby, but I don't have those, so I'm gonna have to scavenge my other boards in the hope that I can find one. And I'm just trying to work out what happened here. Best I can gather is it might have, because it's a poke out thing, it might have got clipped by the exterior casing, either coming off or on. Either way, it's a nuisance. And then I'm going to have to fix it one way or another. Even if it means hot gluing. And unfortunately those plastic rivets don't, so like, you can see. Okay, so it was basically forcibly removed out. I don't see much chance of getting that back in, and you can't really undo those rivets. And that is actually a pretty unusual design. Oh crikey, where the heck am I going to find another thing like this? Time to go through the pile of trash books and see if I can find anything. Stealing from the pile that I'm probably supposed to send a pern of at some point. Oh, you kidding me? Is this... No, it couldn't be this lucky. No, you're not a HP 20. Damn it. Oh, that is so annoying. I've got a HP Omni 100 here, but it's a completely different design. So that's no good at all. So anyway, back to the main boards. Let's drag them out. I'm sure there's got to be at least an Asus or something like that, which was silly enough to have board mounted push buttons on the side. I'd burn off. Yep. Okay. Failing that, I'm going to have to use hot glue and something. And then maybe a wooden toothpick or something. Because most of these will tend to have horizontally orientated push buttons. They don't generally have edge ones. Yeah, thanks RTC, thanks. I really appreciate the vote of confidence there. Agreeably, yeah, I mean on a laptop, how often are you going to find that? wouldn't be so bad except for the fact that it's got that long extension. And I do have something similar, but not close enough. Let's get this out of the way. Minor problem. Huh. Speak for yourself. So like, these are Seuss's. Yeah, they've got the two for the trackpad. No. Just wire up a 3-pole switch outside the case. I love it. Maybe just I don't even recognize what this motherboard is. That's a weird one. I don't recall seeing that one. Obviously I did because I put it in here, but I don't recall it. There are more trackpad ones. No. God damn it, more trackpads. Yeah, I'd say the chances are pretty much 0, but I will check everyone. I really don't recognize half these main boards. All I know is they're all faulty. And I imagine Pernov is salivating at the moment. He's like, gimme, gimme, gimme. Hey Sinclair? No. I probably should take all the button cells out. No. We're almost at the bottom of the box now. Yeah, I've got right angle. Oh. Nope, you're a fuse. A fuse combined with bad eyesight made me think it was the edge mounted one. Oh, this is a Mechatronics board, or a Clevo board. Clevo W670SR. It's a crack up because they actually have an electrolyte soldered on there. This is the one that they used a pair of 28 or maybe 26 gauge wires to supply power to the laptop. That was very amusing to me, seeing it. Yeah, show and tell time, hardly. And I've still got about another half dozen laptops that need to be stripped down. No. Crazy. Oh no, that I haven't done anything with. I've given up on that. Too much time spent on it already. And no clear indication of consistent fault. Right, that's a big fat no for finding what we were looking for, so these will go back in. Yeah, pick a card, any card. Wow, that's from 2016. Doesn't seem that long ago. It's 4 years. Okay, I'll go through my box of switches that I do have and see if I can find anything there. Otherwise, yes, it may have to end up being a hodgepodge hot glue or something job. This was one of... I was really happy with this main board, and then I killed it. I was not happy about that. GPU killed it. The graphics card. Okay. Well, guess it's to the random box of parts. Let's see. Switches. Oh, Jim is on fire again today. So these are all pin through. Pin through. One option I could do is to take the stand off one of these and find a way to weld those contacts back, weld the plate back on. Can't believe I don't have enough surface mounts. Hey, jump in, Michael Chan. I could almost bend these two pins back, but I don't think that's enough. Actually, yeah, it's marginally... I could put something a little bit further on that one. Just glue a little bit of a thingamajig on it. There, technical term, thingamajig. That's about the closest I've got, I think. It's not surface mount yet. The other thing we can do is just solder it a little further out. And what were they thinking? And naturally, of course, because of the... So if we take you out, you might have half a chance of it sitting stable. No. I mean, I could certainly order one, but that puts, 2 or 3 days onto the whole process. Let's see. Looks like we're gonna have to become Bodgy brothers. So. And ta-da! It's surface mount. Pitch is acceptable. This is going to be the hard part. Yep, because it didn't work. Clippers. Twing! Something gets hit every time. So ideally I'd actually want to fold that out, grab it in a vise and then fold it down, but that's just not an option right here. Really not a lot of contact area for me to get onto here. I'll try it. Try and make some wings here, see if we can make it fly. It's not completely into... You know what I need is actually... I bet they're not in this room though. I need a broad nose pair of pliers to do this. And I do have those pliers, but I don't know where they are. Naturally, they won't be where I need them. So rather than trying to bend it across the... I'm just going to take my jumper off, it's getting too hot. Yeah, I guess I'll just give it a shot. Otherwise I've got to go back down to the other office and fish around in there with what I'm looking for, the pair of pliers. We'll just have to use it a little more forcé. Well, it's not that bad. It might work. Might work. Need a grinder with a small... Yeah, I've got that. I do have my Dremel, remember? Not quite sure why I've got this adhesive plastic here. I guess it's to prevent it shorting on something in the chassis. Margarita, that was for the previous one. Okay. It's certainly a very impressive little switch, you know, it's well engineered, except for the fact that it can get knocked off. What's on the other side? Okay, we don't have anything too critical on the other side. We've just got some passives and some basic discretes. We do have our dim sockets here, but that's not going to be a problem. So what we'll do is we'll pickle up the pads on this with a bit of leaded, and then we'll get it off with hot air. Because I'll get all this done and then find that the push button on the case itself doesn't line up well enough and it won't work anyway. Ah, g'day you new I didn't see you sneak in there. How's it going? You guys going into further quarantine or just... Yeah. Doesn't seem like it's getting better before it getting worse. I probably should put some flux on that. Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry. Let me fix that up. Oh, for God's sake, Fry. Yeah, this is supposed to be a Windows 10 SSD changeover. Well, that just kind of went out the window. Convenient, 15 minutes, get your test results tomorrow. Yeah, Sydney and Melbourne. Well, basically everywhere. All these people thinking that they don't have to stay inside and stuff. It's like it's just prolonging the process for everybody. Okay. Let's get this off. I'll try and preserve this just in case as a fail-safe. I don't want to be in a situation where, like, if I have to, I can try and refurbish this. So I'm going to try and not melt it up too much. That said, the membranes on these things really do not like being hot aired, so it's probably dead anyway. We upset the LEDs. Fortunately, that's not going to be critical. Geez, that is a fine trace. Why would they make the trace that... Look at that, that's probably 4th thou. Why on earth would they make it that fine? It's ludicrous. So clip off the extremities of this. Desperately try to get some flatness. That looks like it wouldn't even reach over. What's going on here? What have I missed? That's where it was. Might try to be a little bit naughty and push it forward a tad, like to about there. And those legs can be clipped off a little more. By the way, it's moving around a lot because there's nothing securing the main board underneath. Just me holding it up. So this is seriously hodgepodge. Okay, prepare to now burn fingers. Just put a little, you're not going to see much of this because my finger's in the way. But I'm going to touch on some leaded solder. I said touch it, come on. Okay, we've got leaded solder. And blindly tacked it down. Yep. Now we can turn it around and actually do it properly. Hey Stuart. Yeah, I don't get the people, you know, they're stuck in quarantine I agree it's probably not that nice, but come on, what do they expect? They're going to get hunted down if they try to get out of it. It's like, why do you have to be like that? Okay, down, down. This is going to be fun. I've got to try and flood in some leaded. But I'm probably inevitably going to... Damn it. I'm going to have to do it from the... I should have probably used lead paste. Or maybe I can use a different iron. I really need something to hold this board down. This is ticking me off something fierce. Can't find anything. Because as it is right now, as soon as someone starts pressing on that button, it's just going to fatigue and break off within a few cycles. It won't take many at all. Yay, we got it to wick. Let's try to do the same with the other one. Yeah, Yamara, I'm very much the same. It's like, isolation, bring it. I'm happy for it. Can we have an extra isolation day as a holiday? Okay, that one's wick now too, so I should be able to... That's a pretty crap join there, actually. It's looking a bit dry. Well, we do have some clickiness. Yeah, it seems like all of us who love being inside because we can't handle the outside world are absolutely thriving in this situation. Someone's going to suggest that we're actually the ones out there spreading it. We're the ones making sure that it continues on for a long time. Alright, let's see if this thing even fires up now. I picked up the wrong damn brick. Well, that's the MSI one. Oh, you're a moron. I picked up the brick for a completely different job. Okay, that's fine. I should have a HP one in here. Because I've got that other HP all-in-one. So yeah, the job's completely wrong on the status bar. Hey, 6 skills. Okay. Well, we've got a white light. So that's a good start. And we've got some orange lights here. These should go white, I think, when they turned on. Okay, they're going white. Pretty sure that's going white. It certainly changed. Yeah, we got green light. We're alive and well here. So now let's see if we can actually power it down. Yep, power down. Okay. That is fixed from the perspective of the fact that we have a switch on there. I can only hope that it's sufficiently lines up with the actual plunger. I'm fairly sure it should have a pretty good chance because when I looked at the plastic assembly that is used to press this button, it's just a broad rectangular back. So it will tolerate quite a lot of variance. Well, let's see. I'll just clean this up before we put it back. I'm just trying to wonder whether I should hot glue it or not, because we don't have the reinforcement on the front. Although it's a fairly hefty metal back there, so maybe hot gluing it will cause troubles. Yeah, the switch is working. That's how we were able to turn it on just then. Unless you're referring to when it's actually mounted in the case, in which case that is something that I will determine when I go back down to the other room. Indeed, basically it was just a slow running machine, and I just simply did a usual Windows cleanup. I migrated everything to a solid state drive, cleaned out the typical dust suspects, and then proceeded to discover that I never know which way is which with these bloomin' things. Yeah, then proceed to discover that it wouldn't turn back on because of the fact that it always feels like it's shorting out when I do it that way. I know, you'd think I'd know which way these things go around, but I genuinely forget every time. According to the dust pattern on the back here, it should actually be that way. But that means this curl over, but then again the curl over is the same regardless of which orientation I take it. Alright, okay, I see it doesn't go all the way to the positive. Okay, that's good. Yeah. So I noticed, like I said, see if I can just turn it around. I can get the oxidized. Oh, and it's got actually plus written on the tab there, so that's fine. Fine. Yes. Hey. What you got? Oh, right. Okay.
It got a bit. Damn it.
What's wrong?
It got a bit soggy because I didn't realize it was resting on the egg water.
It was resting on what?
The water from the egg.
Ah, okay.
So it's a bit soggy.
That's okay. That's all good. Yeah, I'm struggling to hold my, yeah, it's a borderline. I'm not nauseated, but it's like, what is going on? Yeah.
Are you doing that?
Yeah, I am, yeah. Oh, Mark, thank you for the 10. Thank you. We've got 2 tubs of ice cream.
Oh, thank you, Mark.
There you go. Mark got a thank you from Elita. I just got back from a 2-week controller retrofit of one of our machines here in California. It's crazier than normal. Enjoy the streams. Thank you very much again. I'm eating, so probably not the most common thing people eat, but I'm eating this. And then I've got a MacBook to fix. An 820-332. Oh, I'm dripping oil everywhere. No, I'm just reading the comments. Cape has 8 AM. Too late to go to sleep, buddy. You got to go all the way through now. Can't stop. If you're immature enough to stay awake till 8 in the morning, you have to be mature enough to make up for it and stay awake until 10 o'clock at night. James, depends on the hinges. I use JB Weld a lot. Some people use hot glue. It depends, yeah, it really depends on the mechanical structure there. So you have to choose your bonding or your repair substance based on that. Yeah, that's the other way you can do it. Drill a screw all the way through and bolt it. Solder bridge. I'll bet you it's not. I'll put the multimeter on and have a look, eh? If you're wondering what that was sliced up boiled egg on toast with butter. Now, just put those gloves on too. Oh well. Come on, don't all come out at once. Yep, they all come out at once. It's a pretty good, easy meal, and the eggs were hot too, so that kind of helped. Although I have it even with cold boiled eggs. There you go. Well, you're not going to be able to see if this works in the machine, in the assembly itself, but I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with the soldering job that was done there. I think it's going to have enough mechanical strength to survive. There, all this trash in the SD slot though. There's all sorts of bugs in here. Clearly no one uses that SD slot. You made mushrooms on toasty bread yesterday. Is that a special way of saying that you ate moldy bread? I don't know, is it? Alright, let's move to this. Oh no, whose laptop have I violated? Oh, that's the 3330 that I can't fix. I'm wondering if that 3330 actually has a shorted out GPU. And if it does, I'm guessing there's basically nothing I can do. Because I can't possibly think of what else is going on with that. Ooh. Oh, this screen is botched too. Nothing like replacing a screen that has to be done in 10 minutes and finding it doesn't work. Like you do dozens upon dozens, and the one that's under time constraints is the one that won't work. So I have to RMA that if I'm so inclined. Who the hell RMAs stuff anyway these days? So take it as a loss and just get on with the job. You'll waste more money in terms of time doing the RMA. Travis, I was indeed. Yeah, I put the case assembly back together. I went to press the on-off button and nothing happened. And I was like, oh, okay, that's a little weird. And then I pulled it apart again, and this little white plastic nugget came falling out, and I was like, you look like a standoff depressed thing. Normally they stick it on the switch assembly, the exterior case switch, and not on the internal one. Okay, where is this machine that I need to deal with? Oh, there you are. So this had a keyboard replacement. It's had quite a few other things done to it, and now it's not detecting the battery. So that is exceptionally annoying. That's me being subtle too. Oh, I've got the right battery. I've got, a 1417 battery. And yeah, it's just not detected. Yamaro, bought an iPhone 8. Oh, the new SE one, yep. Cool. I hope it lasts a while. I really do. Yeah. Oh, where did I put that? Oh. Thanks, Pedro. Okay. So when this battery doesn't even come up like it doesn't give an X or anything. It's just outright says, I cannot see this battery. So I've got to find out why. Is it the I2C lines? Is it the SMC? What is it? Okay, let's get some flex board view up so I can actually pretend I know what I'm doing. 3332. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure it's not the ISL. I mean, it could be. I'm pretty sure the ISL was also replaced, but okay. So we'll check the continuity between the ISL and the battery. See if we've got the I2C lines running okay there. Yeah, the cap does. I agree. That's C6960. And was that PPBAT G3 hot connection? I'd be very surprised if there was issues there. I'd sooner expect to see issues with the diode. What's that resistor next to it? 6950. 10k pull down on sys detect. Actually, maybe our problem is with sys detect because we're not even getting that showing up. So let's see, 6950. The question is, where does it go? Actually, yeah, where does it go? Okay. I'm just going to switch things around. Sorry, a piece of pepper in my tooth and it was burning my tongue. So I just had to gracefully turn to the side and spit it out. It's a schematic. Hey, Shane Russell. Okay, Sister Tech Glow. Where do you go? Where do you go? Where do you come from? Where do you go? It like... Unless that's actually functional for the battery, As in the battery expects to see that. That's kind of interesting. Are you 10K, good sir? You are indeed. Yeah, very 10K. Yeah, the third middle one, so let's see if we get 10K all the way up here. We do. So it's hard to blame that. The cap seems fine. Sorry, Unimar. Let's see. Let's check the diode mode on this. Oh, diode mode, Paul. Come on. Get with the program. 0.49 should be the same on this one. Yes, close enough. Let's try the other way around. Make sure. Yeah, 1.6. 1.6. So, yeah, those lines seem fine. Think the meter is frozen? Quite possibly. There we go. Yep, quality software. It's called rebooting the machine and forgetting to restart the software. So it would seem that SysDetectL isn't actually used by the Mac, but rather by the battery. What's that second cap there? Same thing. I'd be very surprised if those two caps are culprits. I mean, maybe I should replace them regardless. Just noticing, digging in a bit more, that MOSFET actually looks really crap. I did not notice that before. And that's our main MOSFET. I thought it was just a bit of tarnish, but it's actually corrosion. This is corroded right through. That's really bad news. Two the other way. Okay, that's fine. Now to the gate. 3.1. 0.6 swapper. 0.6. Yeah, my concern here is that something's going on in the layer. See how that has gone through to another layer? That's what I didn't notice before. Hey, Michael Kiram. Let's get out. Looks like we might have to do some debridement here. Here we go with the debridement. It's possible this MOSFET is faulty, but it seems to test okay, but that doesn't mean much. Especially when I'm the one testing it. See that it's like gotten under here? Trick is, how do you get that MOSFET out without destroying the connector? Yeah, potholes is about the word for it, yes. Well, let's plug the battery in, see if we get any power transferring through at all. This is a known good battery. What? 2.2 volts? That's a joke. What? 1.9? That's a serious joke. 0.2, something terrible going on here. That gate voltage is all over the place. Wow, that gate voltage really is all over the place. Yeah, let's plug some charging into it. Cracky, come on. Come on folks, let's get your act together. We're on a live stream. Let's not embarrass ourselves again today. It does bend, but again, it doesn't seem to be affecting the actual... Yeah, it's not shorted or anything like that. And unless they're shorted, they shouldn't be a problem in this particular case, because they are just basically general purpose decouplers. Okay, so I've got 12.2. Let's see if this goes up at all. 12.27. Okay, is the gate being driven? Yep, gate's up there. We are not really seeing an increase there. Surely I don't have a bad battery straight out of the pack. That would kill me. It'd be a laugh if this turns out just to be a bad pack battery. But then again, wait, no, it could be doing this behavior because of the fact that it doesn't feel like it can see the battery. So if it can't see the battery, it's not going to try and charge the battery. So let's check down our ISL. Yeah, the old battery was doing the same. Let's see. Let me check my resistors around that SMC, make sure that they're okay. I'm very surprised if it was a dud battery. Unfortunately, I have a way of determining. I have my 3330 machine, 3332 machine. So I can put the batteries into this, and this one I know works, or at least it did the last time I tested it. And so we'll be able to determine if the batteries are at fault or whether they're not. That's right, folks. I even kept the case for it. Nice fat 0.5 terabyte drive in that one too. And yet it sits here and rots. Pardon me. You got to take it out of the case pull. Two point 3, 4. Yeah, so this is, you can see the voltage is being pushed up. Yeah, I know it booted. I'm ignoring it. The other test, of course, is disconnect, and it keeps going. I'm not sure if I can test this with this cable, because I've only got a 65-watt cable, it seems. My bad. I haven't found an 85-watt victim yet. But this might work. At least so far as charging goes. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes because I don't know what the state of that battery is. I see it's dropped off. And it's turned off. Okay. The battery's fully charged. That could explain some things. That'll explain why I wasn't putting any current into it. Oh, Pedro, you can get them, except you just got to pay the $110 to Apple to get them, and then you can cut the leads off them. No, it didn't really, Warren. Did not really. Not even close. And as a bonus, I felt like I had a bit of a hangover from that can of V. I don't know why I don't use this machine. It'd make a much better nighttime video watching machine. Shut down. God. Okay, I'm just going to test the other battery pack, because at least if that other battery pack is working, then I don't have to keep using this brand new one. And I'll be very, very thankful for that. Come on. Well, it doesn't seem to be booting with it. Pedro, you can't have my screen. Come on, you should know better than to ask. You know how the 1398s are the world's most precious screens. India wouldn't even fit into yours, but yeah. This one's an older connection style. It's not the one that you have. You've got the 1216 one, the 12 plus 16 connector. This is a 8 plus 12 or something. The other problem is all the 256 and the bigger ones that I have, they're all the unreliable Samsung ones. Alright, so we're at 1% here. So I'll shut that and see if it charges. So we've got two batteries at completely polar opposite states of charge. Pedro, if you knew Kopaz back when he was working with Lewis, like an actual tech working, you'd understand why Lewis gives him so much trash. Ah, dear. And yeah, the fact that he's from New York, he doesn't actually understand how to be nice. Warren, this one here is my machine, but I am the one I'm trying to fix. This number 66 board is a customer machine. Right, that ain't charging probably because it wants the 85 watt. So plug in the... and then we'll just monitor the voltage to see if it's going up. Oh, that is low. As long as it goes up. 5, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6. That's quite low for that pack. That pack is actually probably damaged from being so low. Yeah, Kopaz is his own boss. But seriously, Kopaz, what do you do to earn money these days? Are you working back with Rossman under some sort of capacity, or I don't know? I mean, yeah, on a serious note, are you making enough money to get by, or what? 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I'll be happy once this is over about 11.5 volts. Yeah, true. Kopaz is just trying to give back all that money that Lewis gave him on the live streams. Get some extra light in here. Can't believe this little thingamajig made my life difficult with that motherboard. I think I'm going to have to at some point drop the money and buy an 85 watt Apple brick MagSafe 2 just to get a cable for the power supply. Given that it's only 2 core though, you could always just put a 2 core DC-DC plug like a JST or XT60 or something, or even just a DC jack for that matter. Mind you, you'd want one that can handle the 4 or so amps that it... yeah, because they usually draw around 4.5 amp when they're charging. Yeah, Kopaz has probably fallen asleep. Shame, poor guy. He tries hard. Oh, that jumped up fast. It must have been in the trickle mode before because it was so low, and now it's outside of the trickle mode, so it's pushed up the... to push up the amount of current you can put into a battery, or the rate, obviously you just increase the voltage that you're applying to it, which of course then, just through Ohm's law, means you get a much higher current inrush. Hey Mark, rescue. We'll give this another 5 minutes so we do get some sort of reasonable state of charge. I'll just pop it over and see if we can just follow it on the screen. Trouble is it's off at the moment. Let's throw power back on. There we go. Charging your e-bike battery. Ah, okay. Okay, Paz, we're wondering how you make your money. You like a drug dealer or something, or a tech dealer? Does Lewis hire you for whatever reason? Hey, Andrew Hughes, didn't see you slip in there. What are we sitting at? We're still at 1%. That's lame. I want to sort of get to at least 2 or 3%. Pedro, secondhand. Yeah, Pedro, you're becoming... I told you you'd become a problem. I am definitely going to have to find a way of taking you out of the market, because you are disrupting the natural force of things. You're consuming all the bits and pieces that everyone else would normally accumulate, and you're just doing it for your own guilty pleasures. You should be ashamed of yourself, sir. I love when you log in and it says 0%. That's a crack up. Yeah, you are the problem. You should stick to fixing cars and things like that, you know. Motorbikes. That sort of stuff. Oh, Andrew's been eating, right. Okay, yep, so you got no power over your hands to do anything else. Hey, Bob McCabe. Yeah, well, I don't have Chrome on this, or anything for that matter. Why are you no click? Program much broken. Click works, but no. Oh, we got 1%. We're almost there. We're almost there. Did I finish? I did get to my level 18 for the assassin, and then I finally got my Blade Fury, so yeah, I was happy. Yeah, with the assassin, until you get Blade Fury, it's always a challenge. But once you got the Blade Fury, you can just start ripping into everybody. You know, the reason why that's slow at the beginning stage is because when you are with lithium packs, when you're below a certain threshold, you can't put the power into them very quickly. You have to sort of go all the way back to about 1/10 or 1/20th charge rate. So if you've got a 10 amp hour battery pack, then you don't want to charge anything more than maybe half an amp to 1 amp rate. But once you get above a certain threshold, which depends on the manufacturer, but usually it's around about 2.75, 2.9 volts, you can then get up to the normal rate, which is usually whatever the capacity of the battery is in terms of amps. So if you have a 10 amp hour battery, you can typically safely charge them at a 10 amp rate. The new batteries that are out, you can also do it 20 amps, some even 30 amps. We refer to this as the C rating, so that you don't have to keep referring to the particular milliamp hour versus milliamp charge rate. You define 1C as being the pack capacity. So if you've got a 10 amp hour battery, 1C means 10 amps. And so if you charge at 2C rate, that would be 20 amps. Likewise, if you had a 5 amp hour battery, 1C would represent 5 amps. So C is just sort of like capacity. So most lithium packs from about 2005 onwards were fine with 1C charge rates. And then by the time we got to around about 2010, 2012, we were starting to see 1.5 to 2C packs coming out. It's still better to do them at a slower rate, but at least the newer packs, you can push them harder if you want to. The B4STL, this is the bowl of motherboards. I'm not sure. This one isn't, this one might be. I don't know if you needed that information or not, but I actually thought I'd just explain it overall to everybody. It just makes it easy to be able to describe this type of battery pack you're dealing with and say, well, it's safe to charge at 1C rate, or 2C rate. But when they get below a certain threshold, you've got to drop back to 1/10 of a C. If you look at the manufacturer's data sheets on lithium packs, it usually lists it in there somewhere. Okay, let's see what we're at now. 2% maybe? 4%. Well, good jump there. So we're over the threshold, so now we're charging at a decent rate, so we're at 4%. That will probably be enough for me to now experiment, I think. I hope. And let's just kill that by pulling the... I need to get the adhesive strip on this. Well, that's a fine place to put that. I'll just put it in my crotch so that if it spontaneously catches a light, it'll be all fun and games for everybody watching. The saddest, everybody. The saddest probably covers most of the people attending here tonight. Plugged in. And we just now want to see if that battery charge rate is picking up or not. Yeah, we got nothing. So it's like the battery isn't being told to switch on. Like actually literally does not get told this circuitry that's in this section here is not responding. And yet, funnily enough, we are retaining power. That's weird. What's going on here? You're confusing me. All of a sudden we do. Okay. As soon as I plug you in. And now you're good. What a son of a gun. Okay, let's see if this goes up at all. This is going up very slowly though. Maybe it's not. No, it's not. No, Catherine, the HP should be just fine. Okay, so it drains happily. On the plastic cover? What? Which plastic cover? What part? Hey, Steve K. Copaz, no, it's a 4%. Yeah, it's gone past, it's already over the threshold point, so it should be doing the normal higher rate of charge. It should be applying about 12 something volts to this, not this abysmal 11 volts. This is like yeah. I don't know what to blame here, to be honest. Let me have a look at the voltage drop across that MOSFET. I have to do this under the microscope because I don't want to accidentally kablammy anything. If I can blammy it, I'll be in big trouble. I'll blame everybody except myself. Okay, what's the voltage drop? Yeah, you see, like 1.17 volts across that MOSFET is way high. I mean, maybe that's normal, but even at 4 amps, that would be 250 milliohm gate junction resistance between drain source. That's really high. So I'm wondering whether this is a faulty MOSFET. Whoa, now, oh yeah, 1.17. So let me check what the input drive power is. Yeah, see 12.2, and then it's losing it all. That MOSFET's losing way too much power. I could be wrong, but no. But given the amount of liquid damage that's around it, or the pitting, the potholes, it's quite possible. But the challenge here is how to get the damn thing off. That's the real challenge. I will, so everybody doesn't have an aneurysm, I will get those caps off just in case they're presenting themselves as slightly a partial short type scenario. So I want everybody going, we told you it was the caps. It's like you took a guess and you just happened to get right that time. I'd imagine it would be, but not extremely hot. Because it's probably only because the voltage delta between the battery pack and the other side of the MOSFET would probably only be maybe half a volt. So maybe you got 500 milliwatts coming off the MOSFET, but with the amount of flood planing around it, you really won't feel 500 milliwatts. It just won't be felt at all. Okay, I'm gonna have to assist this. This is just 250, but it's gonna give me, there we go, that's what I wanted. Come on, get off. There we go. I could, Andrew, but it's probably just going to be easier for me to deal with this. Okay, so the caps are off. We'll try it now. Let's see if there's an improvement. I have a feeling there probably won't be. But just from what I expect from MOSFETs, but I mean I could be wrong. Let's have a look, see if I'm wrong. Okay, so 1228, we expect that from the ISL to try and charge the battery. And that is now not even turning on the damn thing. 0.9, you gotta be kidding, we're not turned on. 1226. Oh, that's right, I was going through the boot sequence. Yeah, same thing. Takes a while before it actually gets into the charge process. So I say we take the MOSFET off somehow and see how we go. Give it a good pickling. This side isn't really a problem, it's all this up here. You're not gonna get it that way, Paul. You're gonna have to do it dirty. Alright. Where's my shielding? Get the Avengers shield. Hey Imran Safi. Yeah, it might be enough to save the connector. Might. The fails, you'll know who I'm gonna blame. Lewis. Move across a little, Paul. You're a bit skew. Get some more. There it goes. That was actually pretty nice using the... Oh, look at that. Perfect connector still. That was a nice way of doing it with the leaded solder up the back edge. So as soon as it did start to reflow, it would be wicked in through capillary action, and then you'd know straight away that you're ready to start pulling. Hopefully there's enough heat in this board to let me do this. these are the times I do sometimes wish I still had my 100-watt iron, but it's gone to a better place. A place far from me. No, it didn't go to the bin. It went to a person, another local around here, who is into electronics, and he's been a person who's been very generous to me in the past, and that's not why I reciprocate with that, but they're just one of those people that you get along with. They don't constantly harass you about things. They just, if something important comes up, fine, I'll talk about it. As in, like, anyway, I'm just yabbling on. The point is that they're a nice person, and that's what matters. And I was more than happy for once in my life to be able to help them out. I don't know if this is a 3332, or I think it is actually. You 3332, bro? Yes, you are. Look almost like a perfect. I hate. Yeah, okay. I feel good knowing that I'm just using this one. See, look at that. That's no way you're gonna fix that one, buddy. That's Tim Herman stuff. So we'll do the same with this connector. We'll pickle it, put the shield on it. Not connector, moss. Oh yeah, I do actually mean connector. We'll put the shield on, pickle it, just in case we ever need that connector. Christian, to be fair, I mean, I don't really need another 100-watt unit. I just need to... I really don't need another 100-watt unit. I've got to get myself an oscilloscope though, a DSO. But I don't know my way around DSO brands and models very well. But I was looking at I think it's a Hanotech or a Handtech, something. It was about $280 I believe, or something. It's 2-channel, 100 megahertz. I think 40k samples, as in storage size. Anyway, so I'm trying to just find a 2-channel one. That's what I'm trying to do at the moment. I don't even really need a logic analyzer on it. Most of the time, if you're doing 2-channel, most of the time you're probably just simply seeing if you're getting any sort of clocking or activity relative to your clock. So you'll have one channel tracking your clock, and then you'll have another channel tracking the data line and seeing if anything corresponds or happens concurrently. There we go. It sure slips under there quick as soon as you get to the right temperature. And connector's saved again. Have a chat with DefPom. Okay. You might see if I can drop this a little bit lower. Just gotta be careful, make sure you don't. So you gotta make sure you don't get this pad getting too close to these pads. So it's just a bit below, yeah. Oop, something just vibrated on my desk. So that's pretty much the limit of it. What vibrated? Maybe my phone? No. Yeah. Weird. Alright, let's get this prepped. Probably should flux it first. I wonder if I shouldn't put those caps on first. And yeah, that's just way too much there. That is more than enough solder for wicking under that pad. In fact, you don't want too much up there. If you put too much up there, then yeah, you really don't get that good contact between the circuit board and the component. Instead, you've just got this thick layer of solder that it's got to try and work its way through. Ah, and I destroyed those ones. Okay. Well, what I'll do is I will have a look at the schematic board view, see what the values are, and just see if I've got them in my stock. C69, 1 microfarad, 25 volts, 603. Oh yeah, I've got to have those. 603s. I told you before that you can have to take the 2 caps in the other book. Ah, David, you honestly expect me to listen to people? Seriously. That's okay. One microfarad, 50 volts, 603. That's probably going to be fine. I'll keep looking and see if I've got 25. No harm in going a little bit higher, other than the fact that you will lose a little bit of effective series resistance. One microfarad, 10 volts. 1 microfarad, 50. 6.3, 2.2. I gotta say, my box here is a little bit more of a mess than I'm happy to admit. It's not as... Oh, here we go. Very last bag. Very last bag contains the ones I want. Okay, Mark, I appreciate you being here anyway. Thanks for dropping in. I'll see you next time. Oh, that nearly disappeared forever. Hey, Greg. One person leaves, another arrives. 402.1, 25 volt. So 25 volts, obviously the key part here, because we're dealing with a battery that can get to about 12 volts maybe. Hundred nanofarad, 25 volt, 402. We'll get this one down first and then we'll put the 100 nanofarad in. Oh yeah, I much prefer the old name, Paul F. and Daniels. The whole honourable thing, it seems very not me. The other upside of doing these caps first is that it will preheat the board a bit. Hey Sonia, welcome. Yeah, I know I can change my nickname, but at the same time, people can change it back. Why would I bother? It's like I'm just floating in the ocean, rudderless. I don't even know who changes it. I imagine it's Lewis. Right, here we go. Just going to apply the pressure on this so it doesn't fly off anywhere. I'll give it another reflow, make sure it actually wicks back in under. Like that. AI is crazy. Well, thank you very much for that. I appreciate the compliment. The confidence. Well, we'll soon see. This could have been complete for nothing. That was my LED assembly. Let's cool this off a bit. Yeah, electro booms are crack up. I don't know how he comes up with all the different ways to continuously torture himself for the sake of entertainment. Some of them look genuinely painful. When I first saw his videos, I was like, this guy really should not be at all involved in electronics. But then I realized he was basically sacrificing himself for the greater entertainment. I don't know if I could do that though. That's some painful stuff. Like the one where he tried to make the seat heater. I can feel the burn of that wire in his butt. Yeah. It's too much. It was just too much. Okay, well, it didn't explode, so that's a superb start in my view. That's true, Warren. That's a good perspective. Warren can be the psychological counsel. Still no explosion. We did have a nice green to orange transition there, so that's a good thing. And we've got to wait a little bit for it to get around to talking to the battery, because it doesn't seem to do that straight up. Okay, 1286, that's what we had before. Damn, same thing. Alright, so much for that. I'm disappointed in myself. What is going on? I really thought that... The only other possibility is the gate drive is too weak. Pardon me. Let's have a look at the schematic. So like if you have a look at the gate drive, what's that being driven by? Charger B gate. And that's coming out of the ISL. That resistor doesn't even exist. That's a no stuff. The drive comes from the ISL. Let me put my finger on it now and see if it's getting hot. It's certainly not really getting hot at all. It's warm, but it's not hot. But I could still attribute that to half a watt. Oops. 1288. Okay, 1199. Will it get to 11.1? It could be current sense, yes. But it's really like it's... Okay, what's my source gate difference? Because this is a... What are you? A P or N? You're an N channel. Okay, so we do need the gate to be higher than the source. Usually by about a volt, hopefully. Doesn't have to be more than that, but a volt is a good start. And they're basically identical, which is not what you want. Actually, there's no short between the two. No, Pernov, it's like we're not getting enough gate drive here. Again, it's not shorted. It must be detecting, or at least using, because if I disconnect the MagSafe, it will run off battery. If the source and gate are the same, surely there'd be 0 volt on the drain. Not in this case, because of the way it's done. Let me just show you on the schematic. Okay, so this is the MOSFET that we just replaced. So if you do want to get that to open, you need to get this gate to be higher than whatever wait, what? Oh, I was reading the wrong damn thing. This is a P channel. My bad. It's a P channel, not an N channel. I was looking at the body diode and for some reason getting it wrong. Okay, so this is a P channel. So we actually need our gate to drop to ground effectively. Whereas these N channel MOSFETs, yeah, accidentally helpful. Yeah, that's good enough, isn't it? I'm just trying to think where else. So if you're not dropping to ground, you're being held up by B gate. But yeah, the battery will flow. But there wouldn't be enough current probably through the body diode. I don't know what these ones are rated for. Yeah, I was having a look at the SM bus. This is the one where I might be able to go back to the SMC, and the one I'm really not wanting to have to look at the SMC. Let's hope we've got a busted resistor or something. We're probably not going to be that lucky. It's a little too big, so it's these two under here. Naturally, they're under there. Because we did check the current sense circuit before on the ISL. We have gone through that before, and it did seem fine. But hey, look, I'll do it again, just so that people don't think that I was lying. Because it's the internet, so everybody expects everybody to lie on the internet. Yeah, first I've got to find my ISL again. There we go. Be a crack up if it actually was dead now. Because I could have sworn that this was working before. And then it stopped working. Okay. Okay, so 412, yeah, my multimeter's not the greatest, so that's within reason. And 20, so yeah, they're both okay. It could be a bad ISL, but not overly convinced of that. I mean, wouldn't hurt if I changed it, I suppose. 90% sure I've changed that one. Let's have a look at the... Then again, that actually looks suspiciously like Apple... Yeah, that's Apple soldering. So maybe I never changed this one. Maybe it was a different board I was thinking of. Let's change the ISL. Llama, I am irritating everybody on the internet. I am making sure that people who can't handle certain things have aneurysms, and I'm doing my best to get lots and lots of thumbs downs, because I love thumbs downs, especially when they hit twice. It's the best feeling ever. If you're going to lie on the internet, you got to learn which parts you can lie on, and then it feels pretty good. I'm going to have a laugh if it ends up just being the ISL. This is why I should probably... I need a screen... I need another screen dedicated to showing me the job status and the prior work done on it. Because otherwise this thing happens all too easy. I would really love it if it was something like an e-ink screen. I would love to get one of those, like a nice 13-inch one or something. Just the clarity of being able to read it. It wasn't 12.6, it was 12.28 or something like that. I'm pretty sure it was 12.28. But then again, I wasn't measuring PV bus, I don't think. Anyway, we're changing the chip. Sit back and become annoyed. Ah, that was with battery. This one's already had the ISL stolen. James Robson, until you could probably get to about 30% dislikes, then yeah, pretty much is. I think YouTube sort of says, congratulations, you got some attention, so we'll consider that in your favour. $188K screen. Yeah, sure thing, Steve K. Can you organise a machine and screen for that, and the supporting hardware? Sent overnight delivery, free of charge, of course, all around. I really should just buy a box of ISLs. I'll buy a reel of a couple of hundred or something. Go through them enough. Yes, get some flux. No point adding more when there's plenty lying around. Farnell, at least we actually managed to replace the big MOSFET without destroying the connector. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, I'm going to have to clean this up and reflow it. Because it's skew and everything, but it's just had too much. Had too much solder around the base on that ground pad. We'll just hit that with some more hot air and give it a little tap with a hammer to the head. Yep, knew that was going to happen. Ah, Spasmodo. Damn it. And now the top one, it's too high. People are saying, leave it alone, leave it alone, leave it alone. I should buy ISLs, but yeah, what you gonna do about it? At least the pin one's in the right place. Yeah, you can get plenty of them from China. They're certainly not a difficult chip by any means. I'm just being lazy. I mean, I've got so many donor boards. It's convenient just to grab one from there. The downside is, of course, that you do run the risk of actually getting a bad ISL, which wouldn't be that uncommon. And you wouldn't know it necessarily. $12.19. That actually sounds a bit better, promising. No, we're still stuck on the same spot. See what PP bus is on the fuse side. Yeah, it's actually maybe slightly increasing. Let's have a look what that gate voltage is. Oops. Gate voltage is still up there. 1211. It's only very fractionally below. Yep, see what it's like without the battery. $12.23, dead SMC. Well, it was 12.60.56 the last time. Now it's 12.23. Yeah, I know Farnell, but I was looking to see if the battery voltage was slightly climbing. That was what I wanted to check. Because by how quickly it climbs, I can sort of ascertain whether, you know, what sort of current flow we've got going through into it. Where's my Grim Reaper? I might try this one, see if this does a better job than the Reaper. Somehow I don't think so, no, it's not going to get in under that. Check the voltage and diode mode ground. I did do them before, but they were pretty normal, but I'll do them again, like everything. I'm just going to take this away so I can actually get access to those resistors. Solder Bridge, no one cares what you predicted. What are you going to predict, the end of the world next? Hey PC. Alright Solder, I'm just lashing out at everybody. I'm in no mood today. No mood whatsoever for anything. Especially in SMC. Oh, for goodness sake. There we go. Yeah, 161. Okay, this is our problem. That's 161, that's way off. Seven six. Ah. Let's check over here. Ten, 11. I might have had those backwards just before. No, wrong way up, Paul. Pay no heed to the man making all the mistakes right now, okay? Which one? A fourth? Four, 7 and fifth. Okay, 4, 7, 4, 7. So those two. Okay, I'm just gonna do the SMC again because I actually had my meter the wrong way around. because I was too busy trying to impress everybody, so I got things wrong. 4.7, 4.8. Yeah, see, I was 2.6, 2.6. Okay, so either we just squished the connectors back together, or something else happened. Let's try to plug it in and see what we get while it's live. Volts. Three-ish, that's pretty normal. Okay, 2 is a little bit low. And that's the 4th one. Wait, what? So the clock line's running a bit low. Yeah, I mean, I agree. The RC does look pretty chunky. Chunked up on the edges, but we were still having the issue before anyway. So yeah, we're only getting 2 volts on that. I would have expected something a little better. And 3.3 on that. I wonder, is the fault we got a pull down, or is the fault that we got a bad... It'd be something pulling it down. So what we'll do is we'll check how much voltage is being dropped over those resistors. So pretty much nothing, 0.15, that's pretty okay. And this one we've got a hell of a lot more being dropped. So either the resistor is bad, gone high, or something's chewing up its power. So what we can do is we'll just rotate those. We'll rotate that resistor off, see what its value is, and if it's in spec, then we know we've got something pulling it down. Don't make me accidentally reflare my SMC just so I can get this resistor. There we go. That's right, Mal, we're all dead. Yeah, those resistors should be 2K. And that's pretty much bang on, so something's pulling it down. And the only thing we have on that is the ISL, the battery, or the SMC. Mal, I just get them from places like Union Repair. They're fairly common for iPhone repairs. They're usually used as overfill removers. The rubbery overfill is the sort of thing you find on a lot of the small parts on the iPhones. So it's not quite an underfill. It's like a jelly, a firm jelly that sits on top. Hey, 555. But it is superb at cutting. It's sufficiently thin that you can get between most of the assemblies, like 0105 assemblies on the iPhones. Okay, I'm a little worried here that this is going to be another one of those ones that I've got to twist and pop. Thank goodness for that. Unfortunately, no, it's not really much good for the iPhone underfill. Pretty much strictly only the overfill. I mean, you can pick at it, but for the underfill you do really want those things like this. Yeah, these sort of type blades. Triple 5 was, he just had a bit of a long RC constant holding him back. I will check those lines before I put the SMC down. Mind you, they did measure statically quite the same, so there really isn't much point, I guess. On you mongrels, get those last little smidges off. Come on. Yeah, I saw it, I saw it. What the hell? Okay. Well, I went out of control there. I was trying to get two little dots off the SMC and I ended up train wrecking everything up here. That's just bravo, Paul. That's some quality work. Well, we can't trust anything there, so we just have to take it off, all of it. Mind you, that one there is probably okay. You're not. And then there's whatever the heck happened here. I blame everybody watching. That was a fine disaster, that. You know what? I don't even trust that one there. I shouldn't. It'd be just the sort of thing where I come back to it, we put the new SMC on and everything, and then we realise we've botched that up. We'll just cover this with flux while we're waiting so it doesn't oxidise. I was genuinely hoping not to have to do an SMC, but yeah, well, so be it. Hey, Prater. Yeah, I should have left those two little dots alone. Now it's punishing me. Okay, we just got to find something with an SMC for a 3332. Okay, you've been deprived of your SMC. You seem you're 3787, so you don't count. You 3332. More to the point, do you have an SMC? You seem to, but are you a 3332? You are indeed, good sir. This looks like a seriously beaten up. Oh, what are they? Look what they did to that SMC. Honestly, hey, you can't trust that. You're just gonna have to. You go, no, that's the end of that. I mean, you buy these boards mostly for the SMCs. And when they turn off like that, you're kind of like, well, I can't use that. Gee, I hope I do actually have it. It's going to be bad if I don't have a 3332. No, 163. Oh no. And I am running low on boards. Ooh. You better be a 3332. And you better have an SMC, and you do, and it doesn't look completely crap. Well, there's liquid damage all over this board, so it's probably a dead one too. Look at that, that's like Pucatronic, what the heck? Quite right you are there, Warren. Quite right you are. Let's see. Worst case scenario, I'll just stick the board that I own in there, but that's a cop out. Three 662, 3662. I'm actually getting a little bit scared here. 163, that doesn't help us. 3767, nope. 00426, wow. Still no good. Well, that's scary. I am genuinely out of options here. So I'm either going to have to take the smushed ball SMC, or I'm going to have to take the liquid infested SMC. That is a tough choice. Oh great, and I've taken all the discretes off this one too. Damn it. Yeah, let's see, I might need those two there though. That's correct, Malmaki. The programs and they're specific to a given board, so unfortunately you can't chop and change between boards. You have to get the exact board. Which is why it's really frustrating when you do order a board only to find that, well, the SMC is all smooshed on it. I hope those two resistors are about the same value. I kind of flipped one around the 5092 100k, 5073 10k. Alright, that's going to at least be easy to spot if I've got them mixed up. $100k for 5092 is correct. Okay, so I got them the right way around. No, they're actually just they're just pull-ups. They're just pull-ups in this case. Okay, but I still got to do those other ones I knocked off, which are not present on almost any of the boards that I've got here. I think I'm going to go liquid damage one. I have some hope that it didn't quite reach here. I mean, I can see it there, but we're going to find out one way or another. I'll just get those small parts off, get them set down on the new board. Yeah. Oh, for goodness sake, I can't even remember what I was doing. I don't know what that liquid damage is, but it smells noxious. Here's one I almost missed up. This little resistor here is actually only on one pad. Yeah, almost didn't see that. Someone tried to mention Arduino. How dare they? You can say AVR and you can say C, and you can't say Arduino. Hey, did you all jump back from the chair then? I did. Wasn't expecting that piece of edge bonding to come flying up into my face. Oh, crud. Hey, Buzz. Well, at least it doesn't look like it's popcorn, so that's a good start. Okay, time to get our SMC tray. Where all good SMCs come to be reborn. Ah, free flux and embossment, my butt. I pay for this stuff. And I pay for expedited shipping. Definitely no freebies going on here. Ah, great. This is one of those ones that has got a million oxidized pads that you gotta really fight to get to come back. Come on. But then at the same time, you don't want to apply too much heat because you stand a risk of delaminating, and you don't want delaminations happening. Well, Catherine, I have looked at it, but honestly the prices end up being about the same as just buying it from Lewis directly. So there's no financial incentive for me to do so. I'd sooner rather just let Lewis hold the stock and deal with the just everything and yeah. Just trying to get this all nice and clean, get the flux off it. And now we've got to get these balls out of there, otherwise they're going to cause grief. Actually, it's more the flux that causes grief, not the balls. The balls can sometimes fly up when you're doing the hot air, but most times it's just the flux bubbling up that causes the most issues. Toothbrush time, I think. It's good enough. Now do the stencil. The thing is, well, like I said, I had a look at what Amtech themselves is selling their flux for by, you know, bulk lot, and I cannot get it to here in Australia for a price and sell it for a price that's cheaper than what you can just buy it from Lewis from. So there's no compelling reason. There's no market there. There's no margin for me. Yeah, it's just a waste of my time and money. Okay, do 2-ball method. There is a bit of edge bonding still on it, but it's not in a problematic area. Yeah, time, money, risk, losses, all that sort of stuff. As soon as you start adding up those numbers, you basically have to end up selling each tube of flux for about 50 Australian bucks, which is a little bit steep. And that's before I even make a reasonable profit. That's pretty much me doing it for nothing. And I'm not going to do that. Oh, bugger. Look, I'm done doing stuff for nothing these days. Yep, you two became one then. Damn Spice Girls. On the plus side, I wouldn't run out. Yeah, that's not much of a plus. Yeah, Copaz, but the chance is that those people who are buying flux, if they're going to send me something, it's probably been, yeah, Butterfingers is probably, I mean not Butterfingers, Passion Fingers has probably already been at it, so it's probably not to my advantage. I'm not really a big fan at the moment of Passion Finger victimized boards. Come here, you mangy ball. That was one of the best rub-ins I've had in a long time. Let's hope that continues. Okay, let's do the deform. Gotta get my desktop CNC, and then this will be just a walk in the park. I'm excited to show you all what I have got planned, but, well, until I've patented and all the other load of lies, you're just gonna have to wait, eh? But ideally it should just be a shake and bake process. I'm probably not going to be able to use that term. Then again, it's too different to cooking, so maybe I won't get caught out on that. Okay, we've got this one down here. Oh, he came good. Except those two then just jumped off. Come on, guys. Get with the program. Come on, jump. Come on, where's your Van Halen spirit? Ew, that's disgusting. Okay, they've complied. There we go. Another nicely done job. I'll just put it over here so that we can just reflow it again, so because the stencil can sometimes offset the balls a bit, so you just hit it again with the heat and they recenter properly. Though this one does look pretty good already. Yeah, there weren't too many out there, that was good. 17 dislikes? You kidding me? What the hell? That's probably the most dislikes I've ever seen. It's like I've got a campaign of hate. What did I do? Oh no, what will I do? Geez, you could imagine if I was ranting about something, but tonight's been pretty passive. I should probably take that edge bonding off. I mean, I can understand the dislikes just out of bad, say if I'm ranting about something or I'm getting strongly opinionated about something, but tonight's been just board repair, so maybe they're upset that I'm not playing Diablo. Who would have thought? Probably the ones I got blocked. There's a few of those. Maybe Jack and his friends. Just warming up the board a bit. This isn't a very hot. This is only 380 and 20, so it's barely getting anything warm. But it does mean I can get some flux down, but keep the layer pretty thin. Wow, look at that. It didn't even melt the flux. There's plenty of people that don't like me. That much I'm aware of. And it doesn't bother me. People don't like me for strange reasons, but yeah, that's the case in in life in general, isn't it? It's like there's always going to be someone who's got their underwear in a twist over you, if you're lucky. Antique's not the only flux option, but it is certainly a good flux option, so I would prefer to stick with it. Because there is a surprising amount of learning to be done every time you change one of your tools or bits of equipment, and flux is no different. I'm worried this is going to take a slide rather, like an aquaplaning or flux planing rather than a slide. I guess we'll see. It's taking too long to drop. Oh, there we go. It's a little uneven. That's it. Now it's there. "17 script kitties." Probably one script kitty with 17 scripts. No, you certainly can't please all the people all the time. "4 minutes to go." What for, John? Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, madness time. Okie dokie, let's see how we go now. It's probably cooled down just enough. Hey, Studio 54. Studio 54. Isn't that like a soft porn TV / movie with what was her name? Demi Moore in it or something? Or something? What am I thinking of? Studio 54 something. Or was it River Phoenix? I can't remember. People expected a Diablo stream. That would be something. Oops. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Straight off the mark, 1.3 amp. That's actually 1.4. That's a good sign. Let's hope it stays that way. Yeah, it's dropping down. Don't drop down. Go back up. This is the wrong charger. No, it's going up. We're charging. We are charging. Yep, we've got charge. Dun, 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 dun. Charge. Now, let's watch me completely botch it up by using the ohms mode on the board when I wanted volts. Bravo. Yep. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay, so 12.1 and going up. The input side, 12. Okay, so see the MOSFET's not dropping now, which means the gate is probably down close to ground. So we are charging, we're good. 4 amps, definitely on the ball. Yay! I'm exhausted to even care. Malmaki, famous nightclub in New York City. Ah, yeah. I just remember a movie from like 10, 15 years ago, maybe 20, I don't know. Yes, we have fluff off. SMC was indeed the fault. Oh well. This machine has been quite a pain. So I'll be very glad if this goes back together tomorrow after the ultrasonic clean and works. I'll be crossing my fingers hoping so. Solderbridge wins. You win an internet, Solderbridge. You can stick that on your tally, and you can cash that in later. I mean, I was worried it was going to be the SMC, because it is a fairly common thing, but again, you try to work your way up from the simplest things going up to the more complicated things. So, you know, those dodgy caps, the MOSFET, the ISL, and then finally the SMC. Because right now, for instance, if I have another machine come in that needs an SMC, I'm out of luck. I have to now order some more 332 boards, which will be not much fun. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get an ice cream. I've already eaten my ice cream for tonight. I was naughty. Sorry. Bad of me. Pride in my success. Yeah. Well, yeah, Monday. Here we go. 1:12 Monday. So we're booting and charging. Thank goodness for that. I can finally get some money. So I'll probably... this person had a keyboard changed. They've had a few other things changed. The main board's been worked. So, you know, it's pushing on nearly $500 job for them. I might replace the PCH cover on this one too. That looks pretty nasty. Oh well. Eat your heart out, Jack. Yeah, Marguerite knows who I was talking about. We had that... Scratch my nose. We had that chap that tried to be helpful the other night with the HP power supply repair. And even though I tried to talk to him and explain to him why I'm not doing certain things and, you know, my limitations of tooling and parts and all that, he just kept repeating things over and over and then said I'm doing things wrong, which he was correct, but he wouldn't respond to anything that I was saying. And that got a few... We eventually banned him. Oh, Jim, I think, was it? It was your fault, Jim. And someone complained in the comments, not that that's a big issue, but it's just funny how people don't understand that you can't just keep pushing that one comment. You've got to adapt to whatever the other person is talking about. You know, it's a two-way conversation. And if you can't do that, then you can get out. So, well, you shouldn't watch that type of movie. Oh, alright, okay. What? South Africa? Who's South Africa? South African? PC Vitamins, I think, is South African. Yeah, I'm happy it's resolved too. Yep. Guess we'll disconnect it and, yeah, before that overheats. I didn't check to see if we got the green blinkies, but we should do. Yeah, there we go. We got green blinky. We're good. So job number 66 is finally solved. To give you an idea of how long this has been waiting to be fixed, I think I'm up to job like 180 or 190 as of tonight. So that's 120 jobs ago, and it's only just now finally been fixed up. So there it goes sometimes. Yeah, hopefully it's a good sign for the week. I appreciate that. Alright, I'm out of here. You all take care. Sorry about the fuzzy hair and all that. That shows you how beaten I feel. And who knows, I might see you tomorrow. And if I don't, that's not because I don't care, but I just wouldn't have anything to fix. I now have to go and put that HP all-in-one motherboard back into the case. And hopefully, when I'm doing it, I remember to make sure that that button is pulled away from the main board so that I don't go and break that one off, which would be a complete and utter laugh. So anyway, I'm sure it'll go fine, but appreciate you all being here. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the contributions, and I will see you all next time. Till then, you take care. I'll catch you later.